eating whatever he wants, never gaining a pound.
Well, I'm stuck with the boring special and can't lose an ounce.
How's your lunch, man?
Amazing. Yours?
So good.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Cool, buddy.
Weight loss isn't fair, but Mochi Health is. The affordable GLP-1 source that can fix your frustration with food.
So, same time next week?
No!
Definitely.
And your friends. Learn more at joinmochi.com. Mochi members have access to licensed physicians and nutritionists. Results may vary.
Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Facing coming out of the break and having this back-to-back, I know the back-to-back should nothing new, but is there any way you manage it differently? Everybody had a break, but then you kind of go hard last night in a close game. How does that impact today on the back-to-back?
You know, everybody's schedule is different all year. I don't know how you treat it any differently than having back-to-back. I think for us, as much as anything, we just continue to incorporate you guys. So, chance to play another game gives us a chance to do that, you know, in a game setting. If we had time to practice, we'd be trying to work on things that we thought we need to work on. So, it is different with two different situations, but I don't know. One is necessarily preferable to the other. More than anything, we can't control it. So that's the biggest thing. If you can't control something, it doesn't really do you spend too much time thinking about it.
Coach, just with the way Miami wants to play drives isolations, what did you take from the previous times you played them when it comes to fitting them tonight, and what's new in perspective of new personnel?
You know, I think the first thing is the pace, you know, and their ability to advance the ball with multiple handlers, to do it with the pass. I think they're unique in passing ahead. They also pass across the floor, which forces your defense to shift, and you know, they're going to get an advantage that way when they get in the paint. And I think you have to prevent them from getting in there, and when that does happen, you know, to be disciplined, to not overhelp in situations. But yeah, I mean, it fits who they are as a team. You've got guys that are strong drivers, good passers and good shooters, and you know, they make each other better. They play off each other and create for each other.
You mentioned that, you know, so much of this is acclimating a lot of you guys, taking everything one day at a time. How much do you look at to when you want this team to hit their stride, you know, coming out of the break and when you want to play your best guys?
Yeah, it's hard to set a hard fast. You know, game by night. Usually, you know, even in the course of the game, there'll be times when you're more fluid than others. You know, we hope that Jonathan Kaminga or JK is going to be with us again soon. So there's, you know, that process is kind of ongoing. But you know, clearly, we're not early in the season. You know, we're not quite at the end yet. But there's enough games for us to work at it, and I think the things that we can control while that, when we're talking about that, usually we're talking about offense. What we did last night, I thought we defended pretty well, and if we can defend collectively, you know, that takes pressure off some of those offensive situations that generally take more time and they're more nuanced. You know, guys getting to know how to play with one another. And the big part of it is figuring out combinations and rotations. You know, I think, starting lineups and rotations. You know, I'm not saying we're going to start different lineups, but I do think that, you know, it's unusual. It's half our team, you know, from before the break. So there's some guys that, you know, we're rounded with, so that's a little dramatic. You know, guys are growing as players, and you know, I think that the key thing for us is to, you know, let's see how good we can be, and to not set a ceiling on that. But there's an urgency given the time of the season, but I think it also has to be, you know, you have to be pragmatic about some level of patience with what you're seeing.
Hey, Coach, after last night's win, you said that this is a selfless group, and you had to figure out how to play after last night's win, you said that this is a selfless group, and it's just figuring out how to play unselfishly. Do you feel like you saw that last night? Do you make that more point of emphasis, going forward?
Yeah, I think we saw it. I think it can be better. In something we space better. When we have just as an example, we get somebody that's creative and is looking to pass, but the person they're trying to pass to is in the right spot. They can't pass it to them. So I think that cohesion, can be even more of a catalyst to have that happen. I think it's crucial for our team to play that way. You got guys that they need each other. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we feel like some level of dependence on the teammate is weakness. I don't think that's the case. And we have to embrace that as a team and make plays for each other.
Quinn, 27 minutes for Zach last night, which is the most he's played in a while. I was wondering if there was anything in particular he did that you thought kind of kept him on the floor.
He guarded and he crashed the offensive boards. The things that it's easy to get hung up on, stats. And what Zach did last night was what we wanted him to do and he's got to keep doing. His first bucket was an offensive rebound. You throw yourself into the game, and now you're not worried about your shot, and then you made your shot. But as much as anything, taking a matchup with Oubre, he was on the edge kind of times. 7, 8 rebounds I think he had. So there's lots of ways to impact the game, and I just thought he played with a competitive fire that stood out relative to some of the games that he's played previously. Him raising that level, we need that, and he needs that. And I think it's true for any player. When you throw yourself into the game and you're out there competing and you're defending, the rest of the game has a way of kind of presenting itself, and you become more instinctive. So I was happy with how he played last night and wanted to keep doing it.
You mentioned acclimated players a couple of times. Since you've been here, CJ has been part of sort of the finishing group for the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
What did you hope from him in terms of finishing games, and what have you seen from him in that role?
Yeah, it's interesting. That's by far our best lineup from a plus-minus standpoint. That late in that lineup, you could make an argument that we should start that. I don't. So it kind of goes to my point before about rotations and situations, and how can we best use CJ? We're not playing Portland minutes, so having him in a good place at the end of the game, I think he really steadies us. Jalen's obviously been really good in those situations. CJ's experience, his ability to handle the ball, his ability to create a shot or create for other people is something that our team needs. That I think he's our best pick-and-roll player. So it makes sense to have him and hopefully have him relatively fresh at the end of the game. That's kind of how we try to sub the rotations in those respects.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.